All right, y'all, what's up? So oops, my bad. I just got out of seeing Sinners IMAX at Imagine Theater. Shout out to Imagine Theater because I love me some Imagine Theater. But I'm gonna preface this with saying that I'm going to spoil this movie. I can no longer do spoiler-free stuff. I'm sorry, I try, it's not working, because by the time I do a spoiler-free one and then I wait to do a spoiled one, it's gone. Nobody cares about the movie anymore. Nobody cares about what I have to say anymore. And so I'm spoiling the heck out of this. If you don't want it to be spoiled, go watch Sinners and then come back to this. Now, shout out to Ryan Coogler for introducing a new idea into the world of Hollywood. Okay, I enjoy a new idea. Mind you, vampires are not a new idea, but how he went about it was pretty awesome. And it's quite, I'm not gonna say it's similar, but it's in the same realm of a vampire fanfic that I've been writing on and off. I have like a whole bunch of chapters too, but writing on and off. But I thoroughly enjoyed this. I thought Michael B. Jordan was great in this role. He played the dual role of Smoke and Stack, two twin brothers who went up to Chicago messing around with Capone and them, and then came back down to the South to open up something for their people. Of course, it has racial tensions because it's the 20s and it's the South, but it's the, it's mainly the South. You feel me? Because go to the South now, there's still racial tension. Shit, come to America, there's racial tension. But I digress. This film was very entertaining. It took a lot of like different like African cultures and like ideals and things like that, put them together into this film. It just added a lot of life and levity to this film. It added a lot of foundation. I will say this film is a slow burn, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that they lay down a beautiful foundation for you, so when it all comes crashing down, you understand why, you understand what's going on, you understand the motives of the people, understand the motives of the head vampire, all these jazzes. Now, there is a new player in this film. Seemingly Michael B. Jordan is like the lead, but there's also like a supporting cast. But I also feel like this young man who played Sammy is also like co-leading with him, because the story is quite about him. So essentially, Sinners is about a young man named Sammy. They call him Preacher Kid, and he has a guitar and he plays music. And his father is obviously, he's Preacher Kid. His father does not want him playing that secular music. He needs to be in church. The old adage. But Sammy is quite talented. Something that his cousins, which Michael B. Jordan plays the twin cousins of Sammy, and I believe the actor's name is Miles Catton or Catan. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, and I do apologize. But it's about Sammy kind of navigating it's honestly like a coming of age story with vampires in it, because it was essentially about like Sammy kind of going from being like this young man into being like a grown man due to the situation that was going on with these vampires. So in the film, they lay down lore that when people play music so truthfully, so honestly, like from their spirit, from their soul, they're able to kind of like, in a way, it's magic in a way, and it kind of conjures like throughout, it kind of echoes throughout your like bloodline essentially. So like, there's beautiful imagery in this film. I won't continue on with like what that is, because it'll be hard for me to explain, and I'm gonna take up the whole time explaining what I saw. I know that's a review, but it's one of those moments in the film that has to be seen. I really like, I'll keep that spoiled free. Like that when he's playing and you see like the generations of ancestors and the evolution of music and how it started from this and then he went into like Chinese culture as well. It's a scene that needs to be seen, okay? And I'm gonna let y'all go see it. But it was beautiful. Like the way that they play with audio in this film, the way that they play with like colors and textures, cinematography was amazing. Believe her name is Wumi Masaka. Believe her name is beautiful actress. I love her. Like, I absolutely love her, and I don't know her from a can of paint. Do you understand me? But she has the type of career that I would love to have. She is a woman that is beautiful, seated in her artistry, seated in her body in a way that I pray to be one day. I love her. I think she's amazing, and I can't wait to see more from her. Anytime I see her in something, I'm like, I gotta go watch it. Like, she's a draw for me. So Michael B. Jordan was a draw for this film. Ryan Coogler absolutely was a draw for this film, but she was the reason why I went to go see this film, and she did not disappoint. overall, this is a must-see film in my opinion. Like I said, it's a slow burn, but again, it lays such a great foundation in these characters and these backgrounds that you don't need much to go on to understand why the twins are who they are in this city. Well, I don't know, in the South you call it a city, but like in this area, I guess. But go see Sinners. It's in theaters, came out yesterday. This is the opening weekend for it. I highly suggest the film. It's really, really good. Now, I want to end this review by saying this, and this is no disrespect to the actress at all, and I'm trying to be as clear as I can so can't nobody misconstrue anything. Haley Steinfeld is also in this film. She does a phenomenal role playing Mary, who is a former lover, former childhood friend turned lover of Stack, played by Michael B. Jordan, because he plays Stack and Smoke, twin brothers. Haley's character plays a biracial character. Now, I'm assuming that they wanted this biracial character to present more white than they did black, and I understand that. But seeing as we are on this wave of people wanting the realistic of the realistic, they want their cartoon characters to have, if they ginger and they have freckles, the actor that you get better be ginger and have freckles. We are in that space. But it seems to be that we're only in that space when it comes to black characters, black people playing previously white characters, or the like. Now, again, I'm saying this to say, this has nothing to do with Haley Steinfeld as a person or as an actress. I don't know her as a person, so I can't talk to her personage, but I can talk about her as an actor. She's phenomenal. I've enjoyed her in a many of things, and I'm pretty sure I'll still enjoy her in some other stuff, barring any, scandals or anything like that, which I don't think she avoids that the best she can, and I appreciate that. But I'm going to say there are a lot of biracial actresses in Hollywood that could have played this role. And it could have been a bit authentic to her being actually a biracial child, meaning that they are part black, part white. Now, I looked it up before I even made my little review. I looked it up. Haley Steinfeld does have a grandfather on her mother's side that is half African American. As beautiful as that is, I'm pretty sure that African blood, by the time we get to Haley, is gone. It's gone. I don't think it's there anymore, unless I'm mistaken. And it's okay if I'm mistaken. Somebody let me know if I'm wrong. I will absolutely cop to the fact that I'm wrong. But I don't think Haley has enough in the blood system to even be equated as like a half or this or half or that. Now, she might be more on the Filipino side than she is on the African side, and that's A-okay too. But I'm just saying, the world that we live in right now, I haven't heard anybody say boo about this. Now, mind you, this is the opening weekend. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. Nobody's going, somebody will say something. But I have a feeling nobody will say a word. I won't say this is an issue for me for this film because it didn't take me out of the film. It doesn't change the film, in my opinion. It does not. Okay? But there are biracial women and I mean biracial in the sense of being black and being white, not biracial with being like white and Filipino or black and Asian, none of that. I mean black and white. There are biracial children, Hollywood, Nepo babies. They could have been cast in this role. That being said, go check out Sinners. It's in theaters. I greatly enjoyed it. Haley Steinfeld did her thing in this film. Let me hype her up a little bit so y'all don't think that I'm just ragging on the girl, because I'm truly not. She crushed it in this role, and this is way different from what we've seen her do in past films, because she's getting older. She's stepping into her womanhood, and I think she crushed this. I would love to see her in more savagery films like this, and her putting her stamp on stuff. I really would. But like I said, there are biracial women that could have played this role that actually know what that feels like, to add some authenticity to it. But go see it. Sinners in theaters. You won't be disappointed. I wasn't.